You see me in a suit on TV handing out millions of dollars, looking like another just buttoned up executive. But it wasn't always like that. You see, I had a secret tool. It was there for me when I had absolutely nothing, when I thought I was nothing, until it led me to everything. You may think it's your biggest weakness, but if you wield it properly, it will definitely be the key to your success. This is the power of broke.
I always was able to see something that no one else saw, or to see value that they didn't see value in. If they didn't see it and I saw it, it excited them. If they saw no value, they didn't mind giving it to me. I'll tell you another one that's really interesting. So I was also in the 8-track, which is, it's dating me, but the 8-track cassette tape business, and I had no money. This is before. So I've always been taught by my mentors, your problem is the solution to somebody's bigger problem. So I lived in Indianapolis, and I found a chain of convenience stores like 7-Eleven, but it was local. Sure. They had 50 stores. They weren't selling 8-track tapes in their store. So I went and I said, if I can get 8-track tapes and cases on your counters and you don't pay a cent, will you take 1/3 of that and give me 2/3? And I showed them that we could test it and they could take it out. And I got contracts, first of all, in hand, paper in hand, signed.
Right.
Then I found a very large manufacturer distributor of 8-track tapes in the Midwest who didn't have Indiana penetration. I took my agreements, I had no money, and I got them to send me $200,000 worth of cases and tapes that I put in my garage. Then I got my brother and I bought him a $500 Chevy Biscayne 67 beat up. It was a station wagon.
So you bought a car for $500?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one day we drove around the corner and the wheel fell off. But before that happened, it was our delivery.
That is the power of broke.
And his job for $500 a week was to take inventory, replace defective ones, and get an invoice that he could send to corporate. I was making $4,000 a week from no capital, no anything.
You were leveraging.
Yeah.
And I say that to people all the time. Everybody goes, you know what? I need a loan. or I don't need a loan. I need an investment. And you were the one who taught me that. What is OPM?
Yeah.
Does OPM always have to be other people's money?
No.
What is OPM? You have.
I got a list of 100 OPMs.
Well, give me 5.
Okay, other people's sales force, other people's distribution, other people's non-sold buyers, other people's buyers that have nothing else to buy.
So you don't always need to get money in investment.
Yeah, I got 3 stories right away that'll just blow your mind.
Well, you got other people's marketing, other people's manpower, right? Other people's mind power.
Other research, other people's distribution, shipping.
So you don't always have to give up a piece of your company, because I tell people that the same thing. I did the exact same thing in my way. When I didn't have any money, I would go to the stores and say, do you want to buy these T-shirts? And they would say, yeah, yes. I would go to a screen printer. The screen printer would charge me $1.25 to print each T-shirt. But what I said is, charge me $2 to print each T-shirt. And when the store orders, you will ship it directly to the store, and the store will pay you directly, and then I will get my cut. I didn't have to give up any of my company, and the store now knew that it can get its shirt from a reputable maker, and the maker knew that it can get its money from a reputable store, and I didn't have to give up any of my profit. So any of my company. So that was me leveraging.